Hi, my name is Sheryl Willis. I'm with Go Arizona Real Estate, and you are watching this video because you are interested to learn more about 6037 West Elm Street. This is a new way to buy and sell real estate. It's an online bidding platform called USAHomebids. You can find out more information at USAHomebids.com. I am the state director. I am with EXP. This is not an EXP product, and any agent can get certified at this time because at some point there will be a maximum amount for the state of Arizona. So if you are interested in getting certified, just let me know. Now back to the specific property. Now this particular property was owner occupied for the entire length of the time since this home has been built. So this has a lot of family memories and history. Unfortunately, the seller is now approaching her end of life, and she has been moved into an assisted living care. So you'll find that the clue report is blank, meaning there was no insurance claims, but the SPUDS is very limited because due to her dementia, we can't get all the right information. Her grandchildren, who have the power over the trust, did their very best to answer those questions. What we did do though, however, is I took the liberty of having the home inspected. The inspection was just completed on Monday, April 26th. And if you are interested in getting that full inspection, please just shoot me a quick email or text message, and we will get that over to you as soon as possible. The online bidding platform makes this 100% transparent. The first thing you're probably going to ask is, how do you get registered to bid? Well, you simply just go on USAHomebids.com, and I would highly recommend, as an agent, you have your buyer do their own bidding, number one, and get themselves pre-registered. It will ask for their credit card number, and let me tell you, it is there as just a second form of identification. If they put, for instance, if they say their name is John Smith and they enter in a credit card that has Mary Brown, it won't let them proceed. So it's just a second form of identification. It also is to reduce the amount of, not the amount, it is to minimize, completely remove any fake bids, because the next step after someone gets pre-qualified or pre-registered with the credit card is that I get notified, and then I reach out to that particular bidder. I ask them who their realtor is, because every single buyer on this bidding platform must be represented by their own agent. I do not do any dual agency. Again, we're trying to get the seller as much money as possible, so that really wouldn't be very fair for my buyer, right? There's that questionable of code of ethics. So I don't do that. So I call the bidder and I introduce myself and I ask who their agent is. If they don't have an agent, we do refer them out to several of our certified agents. So again, if you're interested in getting certified, please let us know. We'll definitely get you the link to the next training, which we hold once a month. Back to the bidding. So once I speak with that bidder and I get the agent's number, now I call the realtor. Now, realtors are held, of course, to their code of ethics. And so we're going to hope that they're being fair and honest, that this is a viable and a legitimate bidder. And then the next question is I need the buyer's proof of funds, either by a bank statement or their lender. Now, if they are getting hard money included, if they are using a lender, I'm going to now call the lender and I'm going to get that pre-qualification. So I do the legwork just like you do on a regular listing. So hopefully with all those checks and balances, we have reduced anyone that's kind of pretending to go in here. Okay, right? Now, as far as the realtor, I do strongly encourage that you as the agent also get pre-registered or get registered. And if you are licensed in the state of Arizona, I will grant you permission to be approved without the credit card, being that we're held to our code of ethics. So that's the two different ways, and that's how we separate it. We give a little courtesy access to bid as an agent, But at the same time, as an agent, I wouldn't recommend that you do the bidding, just because it's a little odd. If you're bidding for your buyer and then your buyer backs out at the last minute, you're the one on the hook, not the buyer. Now the buyer, again, if they had registered to bid, they do put their credit card number in, and this is the only time they will be charged, and it's a $500 charge if they do not produce a viable and legitimate offer within 24 hours. So again, let's have the buyer do their own bidding, but I strongly encourage the agent to get registered to bid as well. All right, the next phase is going to be the bidding process. It is very much like eBay. If you've ever purchased anything through the auction site on eBay, now what's a little bit different is the difference between an auction and an online bidding platform is that an auction, you as the winner are guaranteed to get the prize. If you are an online bidding platform, it just means that you have an exclusive opportunity of whatever it is. And in this case, what it means is if you are the top bidder, you have the exclusive right to submit your offer without any other offers in the way. And we, in this particular property, we have very detailed specific terms and conditions. There's no deviation. My apologies, but again, I think in this market, it's not really realistic what we put on there. But also because it's a distressed property, we're selling it significantly, starting anyways, way below market value. I think that, anybody that's even coming in with a finance deal, they understand that they're going to be competing against investors, and investors are very savvy, and they know that they'll do cash transactions, close in a week, right? And as is, etc. So if you're going to compete in their world, those are the terms and conditions that are required to lock in this deal. So that's what I mean by there's no guarantee. If for whatever reason they don't submit that offer, which will be the bid price plus 3% equals the purchase price. So if that number is not on the offer and those terms and conditions are not spelled out exactly as we have it listed on our bidding site, then the top bidder will not get an accepted contract. So that's what the difference is between an auction and an online bidding platform. It could very well be bidder number 2 or bidder number 3, because again, if you don't back up the terms and conditions that we've set forth for this particular home, then the seller is just going to pass on your offer, which, by the way, the seller has the right to accept, reject, or counter, and they'll go to bidder 2, 3, 4, whatever, until we need to get to the right bidder that will back that up. But again, the top bidder has the exclusive opportunity to lock this in. If they don't, it's totally on the buyer, not the seller. So that changes things. The other thing that really changes things in this market is no one has to guess anymore as to what the highest bid is. It is right there. It is transparent, 100%. Now we have an automatic extension. You can put in a top price. So for instance, we started this home at $199. Let's just say we're at $200 right now, because of course I have no idea where we're at by the time you're watching this video. But let's say we're at $200 and it is 6 p.m. or 5:59 and someone puts in a bid at the last second at $201. It will automatically extend for 5 minutes. So there's, on eBay, it's called sniping. There's no sniping on this online bidding platform. So nobody can just come in real quick and throw in a number and then it stops. Every time someone puts in a bid, it will automatically extend. And sometimes it's gone hours past that 6 p.m. end time. So just a heads up on that. And one of the neat features is just like eBay, if we were at 200 again in that same scenario, let's say in your mind you're like, I would be willing to go up to 240. If you put in 240 and it's only at 200, it's not going to automatically jump up to 240. It's going to go to 201. Now, if somebody else has an automatic bid, though, it could go and it could go all the way up. But anyways, I'm just letting you know some of the fun and transparent and open features of USAHomebids. So I think that's pretty much about it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Oh, I guess I should have said, we will only be doing one open house. Each property is a little bit different. And again, because this is a distressed property, we are going to hold a one-day open house, which will be on Friday, because most of the buyers in this market for this type of a home are people that are looking weekdays, not weekends, unlike regular real estate buyer. Actually, I think today's world, everybody's buying every day. But anyway, so we'll be doing one open house this, whatever day you're watching this video, on Friday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, the number one question that gets asked by realtors that aren't used to working with investors that purchase properties with online auctions and bidding platforms, because this is very standard, very customary to have a buyer premium. This particular platform, we only charge a 3% buyer premium, whereas most of the other properties you might see somewhere between 6 and 10%. So if your client is involved in picking up distressed properties, they'll be very familiar with this. This particular 3%, the way it works is the bid price plus buyer premium equals the purchase price. So again, if we just take round numbers at $200,000, if you were the winning bidder at $200,000, that 3% would equal $6,000. So the final purchase price on the offer would be $206,000. So pretty easy math. You're just going to add on 3% to that bid price to come up with the final purchase price. So, all right, guys. If this hasn't answered all your questions, please feel free to give me a call, but I think I've covered it all. Not to mention more information on MLS and the realtor remarks and the private remarks, the links that have been added there, the spuds and the clue that's on the doc tab. And again, you can request that inspection report with an email. And that's it. If you want to get certified, please reach out to me and we'll get you signed up for the next certification. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference in this market. All right, guys, thanks so much, Sheryl Willis at Go Arizona Real Estate, and you have a fantastic day.